Hello, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Peter Reed, and I'm an angel, as in an angel investor rather than, a heavenly one.
When preparing for this interview, I asked my whole team, do you know this Peter Reed guy? And they went you do not know him? What's wrong with you? Under which stone do you live? You need to know Peter Reed. Who are you that I should know you?
That's so funny. It's just because I pay a lot of people big PR, retainers. Yeah, I pay them to say nice things about me.
That's smart.
No. Why should you? Well, I love, I've been doing a lot of investment in Berlin. I guess that's why some of your guys would know.
Yeah, someone told me, which are the portfolio companies in Berlin here?
Quite a few. The earliest one was Moviepilot, and I think they're the ones that have sort of grown up on the scene the most. I'm also in Gidsy and Loopcam and EyeEm and very and Readmill and I love what's happening here, and there's something in the Berlin scene at the moment that is just not happening anywhere else in Europe. It isn't.
Not even London?
Yeah, London. I love what's happening in London, and there's cool stuff happening in Stockholm too. But part of it is I lived in California for 8 years and got used to the Silicon Valley way of investing and entrepreneurship and the ecosystem there. And I don't know why really, but I think Berlin is the closest I've seen in Europe to that replicating, and it's cool. It's Look at the results. Look at the companies that are being built here so fast and so much activity, and a lot of people participating as entrepreneurs, but then also as advisors and co-investors. Look at the SoundCloud guys and now the Readmill guys, and they all help each other. It's very powerful.
How did it how did you become an angel investor? You probably weren't born as it, right?
Probably not. No. So and actually I came from, my mum and dad are teachers, in Africa, so there was no family money. And but I love working with smart young entrepreneurs. And I realized at a certain point that I'm just not one, that I have a family and, some stuff. I'm in awe of entrepreneurs who risk their health and their relationships and, and all of that to build businesses. And that's outside my lexicon. But I wanted to be close to that, and I wanted to be helpful. And I figured out, also I can't remember who it was, but one of the top angel investors in the US says, if you can afford a car, you can afford to be an angel investor. And I kind of like that, right? So I thought, all right, so maybe my, $2,000 to start off with, maybe I can do something with that. And then you start doing it, and I love doing it. If it's capital that the entrepreneur requires, then I'm not the right guy. I'm a very small player. But if it's capital but a little bit of help, well then, if it's something that I can add some value in, awesome. That'd be great.
Where do you help? What is your field of expertise?
Yeah, that's a great question. Oh God, Lord, I hope I have one. Probably more on strategy, biz dev, corp dev, more on that than on sort of product or operations. In fact, I'm useless on operations, truthfully. So definitely outside facing. And to a certain extent, having lived in California, I think can be quite helpful to some European entrepreneurs, right? Take Moviepilot, for example, that it's an amazing business, and they've built this super business here, and they built it the hard way. And then there came a point in their trajectory where they really wanted to move to the US. And, that is something, I can help with and make some introductions in Silicon Valley and Los Angeles. I love doing that.
Well, it seems from that you're really a passionate guy, which I love. What is on the agenda of that passionate guy for the next, let's say, 12 months or so?
God, I guess more of the same, really. But, specifically here in Berlin, I would love to, find another, 5-10 companies over the next year or so, where perhaps I can put a little bit of money to work, but if I can be helpful, as I say, on the corporate development, on the strategy stuff, on the, figuring out California stuff, I'd love to do that. I've said to myself, I'd love to be here for, a few days every month, and, be as much a part of the ecosystem here as I can. As I say, try to be helpful.
Well, then all of you who need money and a great guy and a passionate guy, please go to Mr. Peter Reed. Thank you a lot, and yeah, good luck then.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Thanks a lot.